HTML provides support for three basic types of lists. Let's take a look at them. Start by making a working copy of lists.html, and I'll rename this to lists-working.html, and I'm going to open it in my text editor. And here we have a simple HTML file with the three different types of HTML lists. Let's also go ahead and open this in the browser. And here we have these lists in the browser. So the first type of list here is the ordered list. And you see it's contained in the OL element, and each of the items in the list are LI elements. And that's the same with the unordered list. Use the LI elements in both the ordered lists and the unordered lists. So the ordered list is OL and the unordered list is UL. And if we look at this in the browser, and I can make these side by side here, you see that in the browser, the ordered list has 1, 2, 3, and the unordered list has these bullets. And then down here we have what's called a definitions list or a descriptions list. In previous versions of HTML, this was called a definition list, and in HTML5, it's called a description list. It's effectively a list of sets of names and values. And so in this case, we have DT, which we can think of as the term, and it's 1, and DD, which we can think of as the description or the definition, and it says the first non-zero number. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have these descriptions of 1, 2, 3, 4. In the ordered list, we can specify the type of ordering, and there's a few options here. We can say type equals 1, and we get the same kind of a list that we've been looking at here. If I reload it, it just says 1, 2, 3. And if I change this, I say A with a lowercase a, we reload it, we'll see it now says ABC. And I can use a capital A if I like, and reload that, and we have now capital ABC. Or I can create Roman numerals. If I say a lowercase I, we get lowercase Roman numerals. And if I put in an uppercase I, we get uppercase Roman numerals. In the unordered list, the type attribute is considered obsolete in HTML5. In previous versions of HTML, it would work just like this. And of course, this still works in our browser. We can say disk, and that is exactly the same as what we have here. We can say type equals square, and we get a square for the bullets. And if we say type equals circle, we get a circle for the bullets. But in HTML5, this is actually obsoleted, and we're supposed to use CSS for this. Instead, I can say style equals, and I can say list style type, and I can say disk, and we get the disk, which is the default, or I can say square, and we get the square, or I can say circle, and we get the circle. In fact, I can use this as an ordered list, and I can say type equals decimal, and when I reload this, we now have 1, 2, 3, like an ordered list. Or I can say lower alpha, and etc. Or there are even other options. I can say katakana, and I get Japanese katakana. Or I can say Armenian, and I get Armenian. So there are many options here, and in fact, you can use this in the ordered list as well. So there's really no longer any need to use the type attribute, even in the ordered lists. HTML provides support for these three basic types of lists, and we'll cover more about this feature in the rest of this chapter.